Hey there guys, we're taking a look at Assassin's Creed Valhalla running on the AMD Ryzen 5 5500U. Now the game is currently running the in-game benchmark right now with the lowest graphics settings, and of course we don't have the adaptive quality setting on, and that's really affecting our 1% lows here. The performance levels that we're getting are just not really good enough. We're barely able to keep a 35 FPS average with 1% lows that keep dropping down. You look at those frame times, they're all over the place. This is really just not going to be a playable experience, and this is at 720p, and this had me a bit worried that we would just not be able to really play the game at all on here. So I decided to just turn on the adaptive quality setting and hope that that would be enough to salvage the experience, and it seems like for the most part it kind of did. The 1% lows look a little rough right now just because it's the start of things, but as things progress things level out a bit, but it's really just still struggling to produce a consistent experience. The frame times are kind of just spiking all over the place. They're not as flat as you would want them to be, and it's letting you know that you're gonna overall have a very inconsistent experience. And this is already at 720p. We really can't drop too far down from here before it just turns into something that you can just not even look at. But you'll see that as the benchmark progresses, the 1% lows do recover to a point where they're at least better than where they were at before. So the adaptive quality setting set to a target FPS of 60 is producing at least better performance, though it's still not going to be the most ideal scenario. We're just within territory where I feel like some people would find this to be perfectly acceptable. And I did actually end up playing the base game just for a good hour, so it was a playable enough experience. It just definitely wasn't the greatest. Specifically, the 1% lows being close enough to the average is what was giving us a reasonable enough experience. You will see that the frame times will be flat for most of the time, and there will be moments where things will spike up, but it won't be anything too detrimental, and the spikes aren't too huge that it would be something that's super noticeable. Overall, I think that this is an experience that a lot of people could just become accustomed to playing. Like, it's not going to be something that is inconsistent. The consistency is really what lets you actually become accustomed to this level of performance, and for sure it is a big improvement over where we were at when we were just at 8GB of RAM, because at the 8GB of RAM this was completely unplayable. While this still isn't a amazing experience, for the most part you can actually get away with playing the game this time around, and you'll see that the amount of RAM that we're using is a significant amount, and it's absolutely no wonder that we were pretty much running into issues when we only had 8GB of RAM. So this was definitely in a lot more playable of a state than I was actually expecting it to be at. But anyways, I hope you found this video useful. If you did, be sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.